Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is February 8th, 2025, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing the Russell 2000, that's IWM, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading. So please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other before getting into trading. Get some education also. Subscribe, like. All right, but let's jump over here to these charts and see what we see here on the Russell. Go ahead and maximize this quarterly chart, resize it, and boom. What we see is still that little doji at the top above. We still stand above the yearly pivot. Still haven't made a higher high. We did make a lower low, but the market is still hanging out above that previous doji candle that we had here in the market. So we're still looking fairly bullish, somewhat bullish. But let's go ahead and go down to the monthly chart and see what we see there. On this monthly chart, we are still above the 9-10 moving average, which is this light blue line, but we're still hanging out below pivot. Below pivot, I kind of expected to stay below pivot, but we're going to be below pivot and still above of this 9, so we kind of in a little tight range here, the way this market is ranging. And once we get a close above pivot, maybe we can start fighting against some of the supply that's back over here back in December. That's the whole thing. But that's what I see there. Let's go ahead and go down to the weekly chart and see what we see there. On this weekly chart, what we see here, again, we can see this crazy looking like we're getting these lower lows. We did get a higher high, but it's been one of those things where, it's kind of hard to, you're fighting the supply. You're fighting this whole big sell-off here, and you haven't been able to get back above there. This month, since it's a week, new month, we started out below pivot. We are above pivot. The thing is, can we stay above pivot, and can we actually get a close above some of these previous weeks' high? It's going to take, with the Russell, I know it's going to take some time before this thing to the upside actually going higher. That's what's happening here. We are staying above this 50, and we did, a few weeks back, we did get this kiss off this 50 and go higher. The thing is, though, since we are making lower lows, will we come back down here and kiss this thing again, or will we end up bouncing off of this support 1 level? That's what we see here. All right, let's go down to the daily noise and see what we see here and wrap this on up. One of the crazy things that we're seeing here, we get these bearish looking patterns like what we got here, last Friday, and a doji, then a bearish looking big candle. But what's been happening is this market has been opening up, way down, confirmation and everything, but by the end of the day, it didn't pull back up. If you had got short, right away, expecting this thing to go lower, you should have gotten stopped out, if you've got to put a stop in place and all. So the whole bear thing is showing up, but it's definitely not playing out, and now I say that because we got something with like a piercing pattern, maybe a evening star. So you're kind of expecting this thing to go down, but it might end up gapping down again, and we got this gap over here that this thing might want to fill, and all that it didn't quite completely fill over here, and all. So we can end up down here again, and then might be expecting this thing to just pull its way back up, So that's what I see here. That's what's kind of been happening here. We've been getting these crazy opening gaps and stuff, and the market ends up trading back down. Opening gap, it did go up a little bit that day, but then opening gap at the top and then trading back down. So be aware of that. Be aware of how your trading plan tells you, your trading strategies, and trade accordingly. And that's all I really have to share today. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you had a great week. Hope you guys having a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.